So this is Kyra Fontenot of the Fontenot Firm, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about our series on wage theft. And one of the things that will sometimes surprise people are the people who just aren't subject to coverage under the Fair Labor Standards Act. And, sometimes there are categories of employees that kind of you would think they should be paid by the hour, but just aren't, and you don't know why. And I'm going to talk to you about two of those today. And the most common one that we see are people who drive trucks that are larger than 10,000 pounds. This is a weird one, but ordinarily people will be subject to the Fair Labor Standards Act if they work in interstate commerce, which means they cross state lines based on their work. And so truck drivers often will cross state lines. But if they do, and they are in a truck, that weighs more than 10,000 pounds, they are not entitled to overtime. And so we have to advise those folks that they cannot collect overtime for the hours that they work. The other part about that, the other one are farm workers. Farm workers are not entitled to overtime. And so if you work in an agriculture business, you may not be covered by the Fair Labor Standards Act. There may be people who work in the farm who are covered by the Fair Labor Standards Act, but it really does depend on what you do at the farm and whether or not you are covered. But a lot of farm workers who pick things, plant things, are not going to be covered by the Fair Labor Standards Act. So if you have questions about your particular situation and whether or not you fit into one of these sort of exceptions to the Fair Labor Standards Act, you can always give us a call at the Fontenot Firm. We're happy to talk to you to figure out whether or not you are a part of one of the groups who must be paid overtime. So you can call us at 205-564-9005, or you can reach us on the web at kyra@kyrafontenot.com.